Manuel Mendoza says he's lucky to be alive. After decades of living what he calls a reckless life in the United States and Mexico, the 44-year-old was diagnosed with HIV. He returned to his native Guatemala looking for help.
Ya me sentí solo.
I felt very alone and helpless. I told myself, today I'm gonna die. Only recently have I accepted that although I have this disease, I can still have a good life.
More than a dozen HIV-positive people live alongside Manuel at this small hospice along Guatemala's northern border with Mexico. Health worker Dee Smith built the clinic 5 years ago. It was her response to stories of Central American migrants dying alone in a local hospital from AIDS.
I know it's a huge problem. And it's been documented that 2/3 of all people diagnosed with HIV in the country have been diagnosed along this corridor of commercial and migratory travel.
The Suchiate River marks the border between northwestern Guatemala and Mexico. Here, people and goods flow freely between the two countries. With little government control, criminal activities flourish, and drug, sex, and human trafficking are rampant. Northern-bound migrants desperate to escape poverty have nothing to lose and are often preyed on by gangs, corrupt police, and others. Their vulnerability also means they are the key to slowing down HIV transmission.
Some of the most important work being done along the border involves breaking the silence and the taboos and speaking directly to the migrants about the dangers that they will face along the road and the precautions that could save them.
Nelson Gramajo has been educating people along this border about HIV prevention for more than a decade. Through face-to-face communication, HIV testing, and free condom handouts, he's making progress.
When you start talking, people are often afraid. However, once you identify yourself and explain what you're up to, they're happy to receive an information pamphlet or condoms, and thankfully it's been a successful program, and we've been able to reduce the number of cases of HIV-positive migrants.
Many of those living at the hospice want to return to their communities. It's hoped that when they do, they'll spread the message of HIV awareness, bearing fruit in years to come. David Mercer, Al Jazeera, Tecun Uman, Guatemala.